How's it going tonight?
My students are my last nerve. Everything else,
What's on your last name?
my students.
Oh, have you tried smacking them?
Um,
Like a
I might legally be allowed to because they are adults. But
oh, okay. I thought you were talking small ones. Every time I teach a bunch of little kids and I don't like face palm one of them away from me, I'm really proud of myself.
no,
Yeah, just be regular assault instead of assault of a minor. That's way better. I think it's a fantastic idea. Oh my gosh, thank you. All crap, thanks. And
Here's the staple.
it plays music.
Here's all the pieces and precious. We ready to rip?
Yeah, sure. Done.
Let her rip.
now.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome down to Cranky Sam. We're going to get started with trivia here in just a couple minutes. If you'd like to play along, it is free. You can come on up and grab 4 slips, and then we'll get started here in just a couple minutes. You guys going to win tonight? You're going to crush.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to destroy.
There's 2 of us, so
We'll see.
Or that are all the same size.
No,
No.
you have to talk to the people that frantically cut them each week. Don't worry, this church plays Silent Night for some minutes within the reason. So don't worry, you're fine.
Have to not do it, not get.
You have to get first, second, or fourth. Oh, come now, child. Like this.
So we the other table. Oh, fine. Now it's gonna go
They
take.
can do their homework.
Yeah.
What are you, their maid servants? Well, then once you turn in your first slip, that'll be like signing in. And I'll go over some rules and basics too. Yep, yeah. So you'll fill out one of those for your team. We have a 6-person team limit. So, and I'll talk through a bunch of other rules and basics at the beginning, but we'll have 4 rounds tonight. Gotcha. I got one. Thank you. So
Sign. And then there's this. I sent this to Bob in a text. I didn't need to know that. Oh, then I sent this to show him what the movie was. I do it.
Bitch, you're like, sir, I'm trying to give you some love here. That's so funny. All right, folks, this is your last call to join in on trivia. You can come up and just grab 4 slips and a pen. We're getting started here in 1 minute. And it plays music. It's a music box. This is a third place prize. Yeah. All right.
No, this is
It
just.
plays Silent Night for some reason. I guess that's better than like something else. Yep. Diamond, you guys can both do it together. Caring is sharing and such. Plus, I'll just mouse, he's tall and you're not as tall, so you could probably just stand over him. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't fuck with you. I mean, well, you want 1 per round per tank. So we'll have 4 rounds. You guys are all going to decide on 1 set of 10 answers to turn this.
That is the sickest Hawaiian shirt I've ever seen.
It's also very hot. It's made of like swimsuit material, which really doesn't breathe. Which I didn't realize I put on. I wore it one soft summer day. It's like
dry.
I was like, I am disgusting. Just sweltering inside this plastic fabric.
Okay, how many? 4 you
4
said?
slips. I did. And we'll go over all sorts of other rules and basics before we get started. You betcha. Alrighty, folks, if you're new to our trivia night or it's been a while, let's check out those screens right now. Here's the basics. We'll have 4 rounds of 10 questions each. Each question's worth 1 point. And you'll notice in the top right corner, unless they got cut off a little bit, there should be a star up there. If you circle that star in the top right corner, it will double your total points for that round. So if you got 8 right, you'll get 16 points. We don't do any repeats, so please take notes as we go through. I'll give you plenty of time. And our prizes tonight, as always, first place is a $30 drink card. Second place is a $20 drink card. Third place tonight, I'm excited to announce, I believe it is called Needlepoint in Plastic Canvas. But it's this church that somebody really made some really pretty like stained glass on it. It has a bell, and it plays Silent Night when you wind it up on the back. I don't know what more anybody could want for a stupid, crappy prize. Also, as you're deciding your team name, you can pick something very stupid. The dumbest name or the funniest name that I think will receive an even dumber prize than a needlepoint on plastic mesh music box. We only have 4 rules, so please follow them. No cell phones out during rounds at all. Feel free to narc on your neighbors. I will scold them like the naughty kids they are. We do have a 6-person team limit. If you have more than 6, that's fine, but you can't go in for our prizes. So you just need to clearly note that at the top of your first sheet, and we'll just mark you in. We'll do everything the same when it comes to giving away prizes. You will be too cool for school. Also, please keep your answers quiet. Don't try to sing along to stuff or shout anything out that would give clues to other folks. And last but not least, and most importantly, remember it is just trivia, so simmer down. It is all fine. This is trivial information. It does not matter. I do my best to write these as clear and unambiguously as possible, but there's going to be some you just don't know. Don't get mad at me about it. I guarantee they're not life or death. With all that being said, make sure your team name is at the top, or make sure it is before you turn it in. We're going to dive into our first round tonight, which is a pop quiz, October 2002, 2003, 2004. I will ask you questions about pop culture-ish things from the month of October, from 22 years ago to 20 years ago. You just have to give me the answers. So let's see what you remember from back in my day, as the kids say all the time. And with that being said, let's dive right into question number 1. On October 2nd, 20th, 2002, what popular car-focused TV show premiered on BBC, leading to 240 episodes and multiple spin-offs? Name that BBC show. Okay, well, you better play along then. I'll give you about 10 more seconds. So if you want some more time, take some notes. You'll have 2 minutes at the end of the round. So again, 10 seconds. And no repeat. So take notes if you want to consider it later. Moving on to question number 2. On October 24th, 2002, Twyla Tharp's rock ballet entitled Movin' Out, set to songs by what singer, opened in New York, running for 1,303 performances. Name that singer that all the songs were from in that show. Ten seconds. Take some notes if you need to. Question number 3 in Pop Quiz 02 to 04 of October. Really weird and specific at the same time. October 30th, 02, Jam Master Jay, a founding member of what iconic hip hop group, was shot and killed in his recording studio in New York City? Name that hip hop group. How much? And takes his notes. Question number 4. If you know this one, it's going to be a 50-50 possibly. But on October 3rd, 2003, moving up a year, Manticore attacked what German American on stage at the Mirage, severing his spine and leading to the cancellation of a long running show. I only need the last name, or the first name, I guess. I need the first name of this person. And Skins. Question number 5, also in 03, in a California gubernatorial recall election, Governor Gray Davis lost to what foreign-born newcomer to politics? 2003, people. Ten seconds. Question number 6, also in 03, October 24th, what venue designed by Frank Gehry opened as the new home of the Los Angeles Philharmonic?
Wonderful watching to life.
Seconds. Question number 7, October 30th, 03. What Tony Award-winning musical written by Stephen Schwartz and starring Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth opened on Broadway? Name the show. Flip your hair into big fancy. I saw it in LA. Ten seconds. Moving on to number 8, just 3 more questions in our first round. On October 3rd, they'll wrap into 2004 now. What dramedy TV series set on the fictional Wisteria Lane premiered on ABC and ran for 8 seasons? Name that show. I love some of the young 20-year-olds on the staff being like, I never watched it. I'm like, you were a toddler. Oh God, I've never seen it either, and I'm way older than you. 10 seconds. I've seen a few episodes. Up to number 9, October 8th, 2004. Martha Stewart began 5 months of incarceration at a federal prison camp for obstruction of justice and what other crime? What other crime was Martha charged with? Seconds. And finally, number 10, October 29th, 2004, Al Jazeera broadcast a video of one terrorist leader in which he admitted direct responsibility for the 9/11 attacks for the first time. Name that little sweetheart pumpkin. Nailed it. Good work, guys. 10 seconds. Set that right there. 6. And just like that, round number 1 is done. I will give you 2 minutes starting right now to check over your answers and get your slips turned in upside down in front of the computer, please. Don't get excited. It just gets worse from here.
I knew it was different. I can't think it's important.
This is stimulating. They're wrong.
I could see their faces.
Yeah, fair enough. I never watched that, so.
I have one.
I have a possible answer for you then. What's up?
Is that a different symbol for something else?
No, it's just like, do you want to star it question? Yeah. And don't forget, you can double your points with that star by just circling it. The question mark is there just to confuse you, or I guess to show you it's an option. I don't know. Whoever designed it might be tall and bald and handsome, but man, is he dumb sometimes. Can you figure out?
I need it.
Okay, we'll get 3rd place. Or you could probably bribe somebody for it. I don't think anybody else wants it. There you go. Let's start right there for me. Thank you. You're okay. Right, you have about 30 seconds left. Get all your slips turned in, please. 30 seconds. And let's call for last call for all slips, please. Get them in, get them in. And just a reminder, as you're planning out the rest of your week, we're having our first Friday party here, October 4th. With music running from 7 to 9:30. Fresh artwork just got put up yesterday. It's your time. Thank you. Be a wonderful evening this Friday, October 4th. Water out. Probably hop up with the guy. There's a guy at the corner, I think, is playing nigh on alone. He seemed very friendly. All right. Yeah, gosh, I wish there was some place to eat. I hear you on that one. Oh. We'll have four tonight. Oh. Then we add up all the points and then with dumb stuff. Well, pretty straightforward. Thanks, man. That's all righty, folks. Let's check those answers to round number one. That popular car focus show was Top Gear. Top Gear. The Brits love their cars, even though there's nowhere to drive because it's a tiny island. But if you drive for 3 hours, you see the weekend. Moving Out, Twyla Sharp show was Billy Joel, famous singer of the song Moving Out. Jam Master Jay was a founding member of Run DMC. Run DMC. So Manticore attacked Roy Horn of Siegfried and Roy. If you remember the incident, you kind of had a 50-50 chance. If you put both names, I couldn't take it. So I asked you, like, what's the largest state in America? And you put Texas and Alaska. I'd be like, I can't take that. I can't take that, you guys. I just can't take it right now. I think almost everybody remembers when this definitely just very smart meat sack took over the largest economy on the planet. I was fairly nice on this one, but in the future, you do have to be specific. As long as you had Walt Disney something on there, but it is not an opera house, it is a music hall. I still took opera house though, but in the future, you be careful. You've been warned. That show starring Ida Monzel and Kristen Chenoweth was wicked. Wicked. Some of you knew the last part of this name and didn't know the full name of the series. I couldn't give you credit, but we're looking for Desperate Housewives. Desperate Housewives. Nothing to do with Housewives of Minot, North Dakota, or whatever stupid shows there are now. I'm sure Martha messed around a fair bit with financials when you're that rich, but she officially was charged with insider trading. Insider trading. And last but not least, over 3 years, that was Osama. Oh, Osama. So let's check your scores right now, see how your team did. Again, if your round score is in bold, it means they use their star for it. Remember, everybody gets to use 1 star per round. We have 20 teams tonight, which means I score 200 answers every break. So thank you for your patience. Talk to that guy. He's so nice. Such a sweetheart. Shout the longer hair. But here we are at the top of the list. In first place currently is John the Bon Jovi Juice, who has 16 points. The Legal Beagles have 14 points. And then we have a tie for third with the most shady sheehies and the A team. One name caught my eye because I used to coach speech and debate for Hellgate High School. And I called my job officially, I was a nerd herder. So the scruffy looking nerd herders, where are you guys at? Come on up and get your even crappier prize. This is the best places to kiss in the Northwest. Nothing about Idaho or Montana in it, but there's lots of stuff around Walla Walla if you're looking for something really romantic. If you're a nerd herder, you probably need it. And if you need to know what kissing is, I can let you know later, okay? I'm private. People are looking for a new way to spread germs, and they've decided to smash their faces together. It's pretty straightforward. All right, folks, make sure your team name is at the top. The same team name, please. And let's dive into round number 2, a random round. 10 random questions to tickle your random brain cells. Question number 1. In our random round, what South American country took its name from the Latin for silver? Name that South American country.
Thank you very much for looking at that.
10 seconds. Question number 2 in our random round. In what 1959 film do Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon appear in drag? Scandalous. Name that movie. Don't tell the state legislature. Ten seconds. Excuse number 3 if 1959 was too old for you. How about this? Who was the Greek god of fire, blacksmithing, and La Forge? Spelling does not matter, but phonetics do. To make sure it's phonetically correct. Make sure you notice the Greek in there. 10 seconds. Question number 4. Traditionally, caviar comes from different species of what fish? Give me the general group of fish. Ten seconds. Just take some notes if you need to. Moving on to question number 5. Question 5. What American poet was nominated for the Nobel Prize in Literature 31 times and won 4 times? Name that poetical person. Oh,
There a thing?
random.
I don't like that. I don't
So yes, but no.
God.
10 seconds. Halfway through our random round here, let's move on to number 6. This is your single sports ball question for the night, so enjoy it. In what sport is a match divided into 7.5-minute periods called shuckers or chuckas? Let's not shout out answer, because if I can hear you, so can other people. And seconds, take some notes if you need to. Question number 7 in our random round here. First synthesized in 1874, what was the first man-made insecticide? Okay. Ten seconds. Question number 8 in completely random. Claudia Scheinbaum was inaugurated yesterday as the first female president of what country? Ten seconds. Number 9 in our completely random round. What 1993 successor to Wolfenstein 3D proved that free sample computer games could spawn a booming direct sale market? Name that successor to Wolfenstein 3D. Ten seconds. And finally, question number 10 in our random round. What Montana senator held the record for being the longest serving party leader in Senate history until his record was broken by Mitch McConnell just last year? Name that Montana badass senator. Sir, thank you.
When will Rocky tickets go on sale?
Friday.
Friday.
It's been a struggle bus this year.
Oh no.
I've decided I'm not throwing anybody under said struggle bus, but I'm like, we just said I would have loved if they went on sale like a month ago. Like
Ben Polis and his injury. I was
10 seconds.
able to dance.
He's already doing great. I think it was so deep and so nasty, but
It's just so bad.
it was so clean and just put it right back together.
Yeah.
He's like not even limping walking around.
No.
So I was like, oh, man. They'll put me down for once. Alrighty, folks, and that's going to do it for round number 2, our random round. Don't forget, you can circle the star in the top right corner of your sheet to double your total points. Let's get all those slips turned in the next 2 minutes, please. 2 minutes starting now.
See.
I'll see. I'll tell you what I'll see. Big load of nothing.
I had 0.
Fantastic. 1 minute left. Get all your slips, please. 1 minute. And 10 seconds left. Last call. Get all your slips in, please. 10 seconds.
Quantification real quick.
What's your evening?
18.
I already scored it. I can't give it to you, but if I have it, there you go. Let's get it done real quick for me, okay? Thank you, sir. Hey guys, you're the legal beagle. Yeah. Okay. So make sure. Thanks. Just so I can mark all your ones wrong.
Said we're head speech big.
That's okay. Yeah.
Martha Benham.
I was head speech debate coach back in like 05 and 06. Oh God. Maybe.
Yes.
Which one? Colorado. Oh, see, we only competed in Montana because we're Montana speeches, right? Yeah. No, that's fun. I'm guessing you were a debater.
I was.
What was your category or what was your
I was a U.S. extemporer, and I went to nationals.
funny enough, I ended up having some awesome kids. No fault of mine, that did well, but they were like 2 of the 3 were extempers who went to nationals every year.
Nice.
Kind of funny. What a weird round. You either got it or you don't in extemp though, right?
Yeah.
You gotta be able to bullshit and know what you're bullshitting
Nothing
about.
into it. Just after one tournament, discovered, oh, okay, I can.
You're like, wait, 70% it's bullshitting, and then 20% is facts, and 10% is like holding your hands in a way, and that's it. Okay, like just a reminder, folks, the kitchen will be open for 1 more hour if you want to get some yummy grub or some snacks to share at the table. And kitchen's open for 1 more hour. Could you throw in another sea love for me, please? Could you throw another sea love for me? A sea love, please? Sea love, please? Alrighty, folks, let's check your answers and check your scores for round number 2. That South American country named after the Latin for silver is Argentina, because Argentum is silver in Latin. Tony Curtis, Jack Lemmon, and Marilyn Monroe starred in Some Like It Hot. Some Like It Hot. A few people said Prometheus, and he did give fire to humans, but Hephaestus was officially the god of all those things. Hephaestus. Some of you put down some of the specific species, but not the general fish title. I needed sturgeon. There's beluga sturgeon and whatever other sturgeon you might have heard of. That's what the names of traditional caviar come from. Lots of people guess Walt Whitman, Maya Angelou. Not correct, but good guesses. This is Robert Frost. Robert Frost. I like the amount of people that put cricket or rugby, the 2 popular sports we barely know anything about, but this is actually polo. Polo is divided into 7.5-minute sections called shuckers. Thank you so much. That first synthesized insecticide, some people put some herbicides down, was DDT. They used it a lot until they realized, oh shit, we're killing everything. Right? Yeah, exactly. It's for raptors, but also like people and animals. It was bad. I know. You're fine. I know when I hear the name Claudia Scheinbaum, the first country I think of is Mexico. But no, she was just inaugurated and is the president of Mexico. To get this one, you have to go back in time when you used to get sent CDs with like 30 free minutes of internet. That was Doom. Doom was the first one. They sent out a sample of like the first 5 levels, and a lot of people bought in to go all the way down to hell. And finally, last but not least, some folks aren't from Montana and might not know, but if you go to university, you might recognize the name Mike Mansfield of the Mansfield Library. Was frankly, just a great badass in government for so long. But thank God he was replaced by somebody way better, Mitch McKerner. Mitch McKerner. Oh, no. Sorry, did I do that out loud? All right, so let's check those scores. Nobody got a goose egg that turned into slip, so that's good. One gal was like, "This is going to be 0," and I'm like, "Well, clearly you at least got one. Congratulations." Also have another team member joining us. We got 21 teams tonight. By the by, I took one team that had Mansfield but the wrong first name. That is my last moment of kindness tonight. So get it right or pay the price. Just simply taking off 1 point off your score. Here we go. Nobody used their star that round, which might be interesting depending on our last few rounds here. But looks like in first place right now is Jamba Bon Jovi Juice, holding strong with 22 points. I've never been to one of those sugar shacks that pretend to be healthy. I don't even know. Have a milkshake. We'll call it healthy because we put fruit in it. Jamba John Bon Jovi Juice is in first place. Legal Beagles in second place, 19, and a hot, steamy 4-way tie for third place up there with all those teams as well. Definitely going to need a couple more rounds of trivia to sort this baby out. And our next round is going to be a music round. So I'll need you to listen up. I can't play interlude music for this, but this is how this is going to go. And luckily, I gave you the same composer, and so you're going to be fine. Just relax for a second. I hear music, people panic. I want you to name the movie that this theme by John Williams was scored for. All you need to do is name the movie. I'll play about the first 30 seconds of each one and then move on. Remember, there are no repeats, so make your guess as we're getting close. All that said, let me poke around on my little magic pocket computer here. And so I just need you to name the movie this is for. This one hopefully should be pretty fun and relatively easy, but here we go. Name the film. If it's a series, I'll just say feel free to name the beginning of the series or the first movie. You'll figure it out. About 10 more seconds. Write down your answer before we move on to number 2. And here's number 2. Name the movie. Again, I won't be a hardcore stickler about anything that has a series after it as far as the title. Just let me know you know what you're talking about. But if it is a specific movie, be as specific as possible. Little less than 10 seconds here. We're going to move on to number 3. And speaking of 3, here she is. We have 10 more seconds here. Let's move on to number 4. Name the film that John Williams scored this song for. I don't know. You keep it real quiet too. That's because they're all so good. Yeah. 10 seconds.
There. Someone taught yesterday.
Do you get tipped out well? Because you should. All right, moving on to number 5 here. Here's number 5. Name the movie. Ten seconds. And moving on to number 6. Ten seconds. How about number 7? Here's number 7 for you. Listen up and keep your guesses quiet. Ten seconds. And that was number 7. Here's number 8. And keep your guesses quiet, please.
10 seconds. Just two more. Here's number 9. Ten seconds. And moving on to number 10. Ten seconds. And just like that, that is our final track there. I'll give you your 2 minutes if you need it. I don't know why you would, but let's get slips up as soon as possible, please. 2 minutes starting now. Name the films that those movies came from.
Well, I didn't say who you were, and also I said, no, but you didn't get 0. I was celebrating that. It was not making fun of. Okay, well, you'll probably have 5 then, Miss Underachiever. Excellent.
Don't forget those stars. You only have one more round after this to use your star. Seconds left. Get all those slips up.
Fred,
Iris.
did you not star this one? Because you're idiots. The last round's a nightmare, but it's too late now. Last round's a nightmare.
2.
I'm telling you, it's a nightmare. I thought you might. It's no Disney rounds, but it's pretty close, right?
And last call for all slips, please. Last call.
It's gonna be a Disney music round, guess.
I think it would have to be like jazz funk versions of popular songs or something. Because if you just play like Colors of the Wind, people would be like, I know that. So like, maybe you would know like what's a good way to play it?
Yeah.
Because
Like
you don't want to just
instrumental covers would be good too,
yeah.
where you just don't get the lyrics, because not a lot of people can recognize just with the.
It's
Yeah,
true.
there you go.
We'll get there. We just got sound like 2 months ago, so we're trying to balance it with pictures. I thought you would as a music lover.
Grab another hit, lady. Yeah. Yeah, I did get a. Yeah, I got how to smash. I And on that other hidden lady, yeah, well, I'm interested.
Pull your shit together. Come on. Hey, I'll allow it.
This was the third place you ranked. What?
Yeah, isn't that great?
Just happy we won that book. I don't know what I'm going to do with it from 2008.
Hey, it's updated though, so at least it's yeah.
Half the characters in it are probably not around anymore.
And why you would go to make out with somebody in Walla Walla is just like my favorite point about it.
Right? And you said that our friend who's with us was like, I'm from Walla Walla.
And I was like, yeah, how many hot places are there to make out? Yeah, real great. Yeah, no pressure. I was just thinking, I just realized everybody will hate the last round, but hopefully you guys will be like, bitch, please, we got this. So, Chris.
Also, a reminder, folks, we do bingo down here every Tuesday, giving out pots of $2, $3, $4, $500. Just come on down and join us Tuesday, 7 to 9 p.m. Alrighty, let's check those answers from round number one, see how you did. In case you noticed, you're like, oh, I always could recognize that song until you hear them back to back, and you're like, wait, is that, oh, crap. And then you realize he did like every iconic movie known to man, and you're like, God damn it. So let's see how you did. In general, you all did pretty darn well. But here's number one. Star Wars: A New Hope, and I took any Star Wars you wrote down because the themes were used consistently. So don't panic about it. We'll talk about just epic themes. Here's number two. Which if you're under the age of like 35 and don't know this, I'm sorry your parents were nightmares. So I'd love for you to get involved with what everybody's into, but it's witchcraft and wizardry and satanic. That's Harry Potter That comes from the Sorcerer's Stone, but in general was a similar theme throughout a lot of them. Let's move on to number 3. Which again, if I told you this was a different movie and you didn't know, you'd probably be like, of course that's like, you know, Close Encounters of the Third Kind or something, but it's not. That's our sexy Superman theme. And again, they sound a little similar, don't they? I'm not saying he's lather, rinse, repeating because he's one of the most talented composers of all time, but honey bun, here's number 4. I'll skip it ahead just a second. That's E.T., the extraterrestrial. Let's move on to number 5. People picked up the Christmas theme. A few people said the Santa Claus, and a few people said Nightmare Before Christmas. Not bad guesses. I mean, at least you're in the right season. That's from Home Alone. Home Alone. This is his like setting the trap song. Here's number 6. And for some reason, I feel like this is one of the most iconic ones, even though they're all iconic. Or at least the one that draws it to my mind first. If you didn't get it, that's fine. You're just stupid and don't deserve to live. No, just kidding. That's Raiders of the Lost Ark, but if you put Indiana Jones in general, you got it, because they used it for the 3 good movies and the 2 shitty ones. Here's the secret. It was aliens all along. Cool. Here's number 7. One of my personal faves. Some people guess Pirates of the Caribbean, not too far off, except you're wrong. It was Hook. Hook, hook, Bannerang, Peter. So what's at number 8 here? Figured we'd make it really fun toward the end of the list here. That is Schindler's List. Schindler's List. It's this particular violin theme here. Move on to number 9 again. If you're talking iconic, speaking of good movies that had shitty sequels, Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park. So here's number 10. This one was probably the least like box office smash of the movies. But a lot of you recognized that it does have actually some Asian themes. So people guessed like Last Emperor and stuff like that. Also, quite a few guessed, like 4 people guessed Last of the Mohicans, which frankly is a baller soundtrack that was mostly composed by Trevor Jones, though. And a couple other folks helped him out. That was not a John Williams, even though if you listen to it and you're into it, it's dang good music. This was Memoirs of a Geisha. Memoirs of a Geisha. So let's check your score and see how you did here. Except they didn't hit the right button. Hold on. And not a lot of people use their star on that one. I hate to forebode our final round, but you probably should have used your star pirate team. Just saying. Just saying. All right, you're screwed. I will say though, just a reminder, as we look at these scores as we get toward the top, I do not automatically star you. So if you haven't used your star yet, circle it now. Otherwise, it won't happen. And you'll lose out on half points for this final round. And here we are at the top of the list. The Wu-Tang Clan had a perfect score and used their star. It's almost like some of them have studied music professionally before. So they're currently lead with 37 out of possible 40 points, doing great. Second place is 50 Shades of Gandalf the Grey with 34. And Jamba Jovi Juice is in third with 29. So it's all going to come down to this final round. And as I alluded to, this isn't the kind of round I would usually do, but I kind of want to either celebrate those that know this stuff or shame you for not. Because frankly, I don't know this stuff very well. So you gave me a good couple hour study session while going through it. So with all that being said, make sure your team name is at the top. Circle that star if you haven't used it. This is going to be constitutional amendments. Give me the number. I'll give you a clue. There's only 27 of them. So it can't be that hard, right? Unlike most of our questions, this is just an example. Unlike most of our questions, I'm just going to give you a very truncated, simplified version, like the freedom of speech. And we would all know that that is the ninth amendment. So that's the first, right? All you need to do is write down the number 9, 26, 4, 17, whatever it might be. Just write down the number for me on your sheet. Again, please do not use this as legal advice. These are not at all the full text of the amendments. But if you can name most of the opening players on one of your favorite sports ball teams, but can't know at least like 10 of the 27 constitutional amendments, you're what's wrong with America. No judgment though, but fuck you. Also, I don't really know them either, so I'm here with you. So let's dive in. Gonna be a weird kind of round, but you'll do pretty okay. Here's question number one. The right to income tax, or the right for the government to pay income tax. What number constitutional amendment is that? Ten seconds. How about number two, something I'm sure glad we have, because boy, I'm sick of it these days. Cannot be forced to quarter soldiers during times of peace. What number amendment? All we need is the number. Ten seconds. Well, number 3, what number 1 through 27 limits the president to 2 terms?
Did I give you guys false hope? Damn it.
10 seconds. Move on to question number 4. Which constitutional amendment is no search and seizure without probable cause? Also involves search warrants. Ten seconds. Question number 5. The right for citizens 18 and older to vote. What number amendment was that?
Smash burger. Can I just make it on it? Why not do smash burgers? For the bacon? For the smash burger.
And that
What can I get for free? Nothing?
locomotive, anything that's $15.
What you got? I'm sure. Yes. I literally like every meeting ran late. I had to cancel one rescheduled till later and everything.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
No.
No, it's pretty good. I'm not complaining. I'm just like, why spend money when you don't need to? All you're gonna do is just eat it, smell it down your couch.
Question number 6. Denied the sale and consumption of alcohol. I put it in past tense for a reason. But what number amendment said you can't drink your booze? And it's number 6. And seconds, take some notes or make a guess. How about number 7 that forbids cruel and unusual punishments? Seconds. Question number 8 here guarantees a fair and speedy jury trial. Which amendment guarantees that?
Lawyers, soon to be lawyers. soon if we ever survive this nightmare with our heads intact. Yeah, I know. What's that? What? I know that's how I felt. I have 3 different roommates over the years that were all in law school, and so I'm like, and nursing school. I'm like, I know the shitty like tort law. You're gonna love tort. 10 seconds.
Moving on here, just 2 more questions tonight. How about number 9 forbids forced slavery and involuntary servitude?
Oh, hey, Mike. What was the deal with beer then?
I think it's still free.
Okay, can I get
Not,
more?
we didn't actually discuss it.
Cool. Can I go more syrup?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And no, this isn't about you taking out the garbage for your mom. Lazy bitches. 10 seconds.
This is constitutional, Mom. You don't even understand me. You're not even my real mom, Cynthia.
And finally, question number 10 guarantees women's suffrage. Biggest mistake ever made.
Thank you. Oh, you have 2 minutes to put them on the front for me if you don't mind. Oh, great. There, that's right. Yes, all I need is grace. I think that's actually a great technique. They're great.
Make it plus or minus 1.
No,
I need to know.
I was thinking about it for some of the later ones. I'm like, if you don't know the Bill of Rights ones, then I'm like, no.
Well, yeah, but we know they're in the building.
9 seconds. Oh no, I get you, man. I know this is more of just the like, let's celebrate people that do know all of them. Then really a gift because I don't know them either.
The right to say this. That was a hard round.
What's one the right to say this is stupid and I hate it, and I don't wanna.
All right, folks, that's going to end round number 4. Probably if you didn't use your star earlier. All right. Let's get all those slips up in the next, let's say 90 seconds, please. 90 seconds. I'll get them scored up as quickly as possible. We may need a tiebreaker tonight, which could be exciting. But 90 seconds from now, all slips up, please.
Did you love it as much as everybody else? No, nobody liked it. Yeah. What crap? This is
30 seconds left. Get all those slips up, please. 30 seconds.
Hey, thanks, man. Sorry, the last round was a bit of a dick round, but I think I was
The question. It's your time.
oh good. Okay, so you were down for it. I would have been too a bit, but so
I was in Spamalot with you like 10 years ago.
Shit, yes, what's your name again? Ben Reed.
It didn't have
Yeah.
long hair or a beard at that point.
No, I assume, but I recognize, I remember you scampering around at times, so that's good. Awesome. That was such a fun show, wasn't it? Yeah, you too.
It's never gotten a 0 before. I believe we just did. And
I knew when I wrote it, it was such a dick call, and I was like, but it shouldn't be. This should be a standard easy thing.
like,
Yes.
and we doubled the 0. What is that word?
Zero.
Mathematically, no, I think it's 100.
No, it's
Zero.
zero because you can't double nothing. I'm sure you guys did fine. Listen, nobody else did either, so maybe that's your bonus. Oh,
Now, folks, if you want to grab some grub either to have here or to go, we'll be open after trivia, but now would be the time to put it into the kitchen. It's closed in about 10 minutes.
hey guys, not great, but so far the best score. So good job. There's hope for justice in the future.
Thank you for speech, man.
I mean, if I graded it, it would be a D, but still, like. And there's no curve, otherwise you guys are paying at 100% right now.
So advice is packing nice on. Okay. Just to plug up
I warned you. You didn't do bad though, especially working alone. You got like an average score compared to people with 6 people on their team. So I'd say that that's pretty good. Hey, as long as you're feeling it, doesn't matter if it's true.
Working out, right?
Oh God, working out. That sounds like a nightmare. I'd avoid it like the plague. I'm lazy.
Good hour my day in a mental health facility. And one of my last patients was high on pot. So when I got there, so
That sounds like a rough day. I'm glad you survived, darling. Good.
What's on for tell us replaced.
What's that?
Tell us replaced.
I mean, you're within the top 21. We'll see, though. Players say you guys can't win anyway because you have 7 people, so don't even worry about it.
It's for pride.
That's okay.
Just fire. Free. Let's say a judge and certified. So 2 ways that only be trusted that computer results in size that's the person requesting call outcomes. It's at least for this person. And it was took time to be. When the neighbors but the next And it's the drugs that I can do. It's the drugs. Typical. He doesn't need the drugs. So that part of the charging. What's it? So for the jail. Well,
All right, folks, let's check those answers for round number 4. Again, my apologies. I know it's not a fun round, but hopefully it maybe spurred a little more interest in civics amongst some folks here. Also, maybe a great conversation starter with some asshole in like combat gear who said, Constitution of America. You're like, what's the 17th one? And he'd be like, Constitution of America. The right for income tax was the 16th. That was passed in 1913. 1913. I totally get not getting some of the late 20s, but if you didn't get any of the first 10, I just said, take a moment while you're taking a dump next time and just look them over. That was the third. The third is to not quarter soldiers in peacetime. If you kind of know the history of it, you'd know that we've only had one president over 2 terms, so it's passed after him, obviously. That was the 22nd Amendment in 1951. Well after FDR, but not too far after. Search and seizure, you definitely had that on a quiz in 4th grade, 6th grade, and 10th grade. That was the fourth passed on the original Bill of Rights, 1791. And again, if you know a little bit about history, you probably could have placed this at least in lower or higher order. Rights of citizens, 18-year-old revote. That's the 26th Amendment, passed in 71 because people were like, hey, if you can send us to Vietnam, we better be able to fucking vote for the people sending us to Vietnam. It was 21 before that. Sale and consumption of alcohol being a no-no, the only amendment that was repealed, that was the 18th, repealed by the 20th, saying, and look at the 20th, just like the 18th is not a thing anymore. Probably should have put it on here just to be a turd. For being cruel and unusual punishment, that probably sounds familiar, probably one of the top 10. I was kind of surprised it's actually number 8. I would have put it a little earlier, but that's me.
The 21st and then repealed.
What was 20 then?
I don't know.
And sorry, I was just corrected by a table of law students. It is the 21st repeal, the 18th. The 6th Amendment, though, is cruel and unusual punishment. I knew it was something like that. Like I say, I wouldn't have done well on this either, but I just wanted any hardcore nerds out there to get some love. Forced slavery, this is one of the big ones. So, you know, you can't make people your property. That was the 13th, passed in 1865 after a certain war. Can't remember which one here in America, but. And the beginning of the end of the downfall of America. Letting them hysterical, not only drive, but now they can vote. What's next? Having rights over their body? That is the 19th Amendment passed in 1920. Full suffrage. Which, fun fact, Jeanette Rankin from here in Missoula, Montana was already in Congress by the time it passed. She's essentially voted in by bros. Just want to vote and drive and be respected like a human? Yeah, now you're asking too much, lady. All right, let's check those scores. We do not need a tiebreaker tonight. It's a nice clean break at the top. Let's see where we start at the bottom. The Millers bailed quickly. Also, this was our first round with any zeros in it, which makes sense, I guess, if you got a little overwhelmed. But like 13th, 19th, like the first 10. Again, next time you're taking a dump, instead of playing Candy Crush, just like pull out your phone and learn the Bill of Rights. Doesn't that sound fun? Doesn't that sound like a giddy fun time? 6 was the top correct answers on it. Thank God a table of first-year law students got it. but so did a table of theater kids. So I don't know what that says. They're like, we've been in 12 Angry Men 5 times. We know all that.
The 20th limited presidential turns to 2.
That way we have that in there. There we go. I was just passing message.
And here we are at the top of our list, my friends. In first place, coming in with 43 out of a 50 total points, is the Wu Tang Clan. They'll be taking home $30 gift card. 50 Shades of Gandalf the Grey, another one of our regulars who consistently kicks ass. They came in second with 39. And Creatures of Happy Habit, 5 points behind them, but still a solid third. We'll get this ugly. Is that you guys? Enjoy. If you twist it up and play Silent Night in a disturbing way. I know it's exciting, right? Again, folks, thank you all so much for coming down. If you had a good night, if you throw a couple bucks in my tip jar, I always forget to ask. I was talking to some other gal that runs trivia around town. She's like, I just use Chat GPS for my questions. And I was like, she's like, they're wrong a lot, but like it saves me tons of time. And I was like, you do not get to be in this. She would just have it write it, and then she would have people at trivia tell her that it was wrong and Google it separately. And I'm like, dude, thank you for my sweet dollar.
Just for a second, just to see how it goes.
All righty. Again, everybody, thank you all so much for coming down. Have a great night out there. Don't forget to come back on First Friday.
Thank you. And you guys have talked to the bar. They didn't give me cards. So I would love to get you out. I have a Venmo. I just like it feels tacky to ask for it anyway, but I did get $1 or $2 tonight. So that definitely will really get me far.
This is not for you.
You can put it in there. No, no, you guys don't have to take pictures for the rest of the for one. No, come on. Didn't have a single drama for Steve. First stickers I'm going to order. Finally got business card sizes tonight. But I think the pins would be so cute. So Chelsea and I sat for like a billion years. And she had a fun idea of like making the time warp, but it had like people in it and it looked stupid. And I was like, this isn't working. So I finally got together, had some drinks together, came up with this. I think the poster is so cute. Let's see, it's still wearing before I let me look at it. Either way. It's like flying fat lips into a time warp. So I just ordered a bunch of pins that will essentially be this. Stickers and they're 1 and a quarter. No, that's well, I have to order the cards or usually give you this kind of keep adding shit on. But I did just like 1 and a quarter inch. So just to be a little smaller than this. And I figured we can either make it like you can get a t-shirt and a this and a this for like some slightly cheaper price, or just be like $25 t-shirt, $5 pin, like
That's the thing is small shit, especially for $5 or hell $7.50, whatever the fuck. It's like what's really hard anyway.
they cost less than $1, so they're done.
Nice.
Even after I give away like 100 of them to all the cast and crew and everybody involved, it still was only like about 25 to pay for all of them. And we only need to sell, I think when I did my math, we only need to sell like 25 per show to cover the costs there. Yeah.
Dude, like, which is weird, but people, because then it's a little bit cheaper and people love, things under
I
$5.
kind of wondered if the first night we see it, slash prices with a red, or actually a piece of red tape, but yes.
You're
No,
life right now.
oh, you're fine. No, it is, but frankly, my mind's on it even when I'm doing this. So
It's fun.
I felt bad. I was looking for a fun fourth round, and I thought of this one like 4 or 5 days ago, and I was like, you know what? Nobody wants to do that. That's a shitty round, but it's all I could come up with. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it.
It's awesome. Like, what do you know? The fact that we had the best of 6, sad.
You matched a team of 7 people that are all first year law students. You guys did just as well. So, hey,
The one that was the 8. He's like, it's a 6 or the 8. And we're like, let's go with 6. And we chose wrong.
yeah, no, that's fine. And I'm trying to think if I don't think we'd want to order any like mouse pads or
No.
So
People ask for pins, people ask for stickers. So that's why I keep pushing stickers.
that
I think stickers are still
we could do like a list.
and like
We could do like a strip of 5 for. Well, I mean, I don't know how much they cost.
if you
I'll
get
price it out tonight.
vinyls individual
Oh, you want big, nice ones?
say big, I mean like
Yeah, like
that.
yeah,
Like that.
like something to put on your water bottle.
Exactly.
Sure.
People love that shit. We can easily sell those for
And I'll-
$5 a piece or even a little bit more.
Well, I think it'd be like 3 each, or you get a pin and a sticker for 5.
Right. Yeah.
Do you have a tip Venmo?
I don't. I should probably figure it out, but I'm old and cranky, and I can't be bothered.
Yeah, but I'm old, which means I don't have the power to carry cash anymore.
You could just say thank you if that's your point, and I'll say, so you're more than welcome. I'm glad you came through. And I apologize for the last round.
Never. We should know our God. This problem is we complain about shit, but we don't even know our constitution.
No, I know. The other ones I'm always tempted to do is just to do like Supreme Court justices of just the last 15 years, because there's only like 12 of them.
Huh?
And so you can cut it down to 10 real easy.
Huh?
And I think if you did a simple, like, name 5 of the current 9 Supreme Court judges, I think most teams would not be able to answer the right. And here's my problem.
I don't know if I
I don't know if I can. I didn't do great with the Constitution. I had to check the answers on my. Usually, I write down the answers as I go, but I had to pop on my phone and remember which ones are which. Because it's like, I know the 4th, I know the 19th, I know the 13th, I know like 18th, I know
Yeah.
like
27th. And it's like, if we change our salary, it's not till the next cycle that it takes effect.
yeah.
It's like, fuck you, House.
That's a dumb congressional dumb one. Yeah, and a bunch of them are just like, eh.
Yeah.
But it is interesting that before 1913, they couldn't tax your income. It's only property tax. Or that it took until the voting age going down till 1971. Like most of our parents and our grandparents would have been born at a time. But definitely grandparents, but I don't know. Kids are young these days. But
People who got drafted and saw that, they're like, yeah, now we can vote and we're changing some shit.
yeah, and it was like old enough to fight, old enough to vote was like their main push.
Yeah.
Because that's my problem. Every time I find an interesting fact, then I kind of get rabbit hole-y. And it starts with Wikipedia and then it just gets worse from there.
God.
So, but in a good way, because frankly, this is my only time right now that I set aside to do this to be like not worrying about like how tall the fishnet should come up to the garters for pediments. Like, I don't care. I don't care.
It's okay, Taz. It's okay.
We're getting close. Everything's slowly coming together. Everything's modern in the last minute, but never surprised. Her name is Sam.
Sam.
Kara found them somewhere. I haven't seen anything she does. She's definitely worked for some cabarets and stuff before. She's recent enough that she still has out-of-state plates
Okay.
from Oklahoma.
Fine.
She, sitting down with her, she was like, instantly just, I was like, I kind of want all the Phantoms to have their own look, but also something really cohesive, like a single, not just color, but a single actual piece of fabric, like that exists on all of them. And she was like, well, crap, if I just got a crappy, like, suit coat somewhere, I could make it into sleeves and then just use the collar for another person, and then use the vest for another person, and then we can add those panels, and I just get one big ream of panels, and I'm like, you are speaking my cheap ass uniform but individual language.
Just before.
Yeah.
We've done this.
So that was a good sign, but I've never seen how she works. I don't know who she's working with. I've been really trying not to micromanage anybody this year, so and also trying not to throw people under the bus. So I just got another text and I'm like, when is the set design gonna come through? And I'm like, as soon as possible. As I'm biting my toes, I'm bleeding. Doesn't matter. It's not very closely bust this year. Yep, I'm just being like, I'm sorry that is not available because before I'd be like, goddamn, whoever's frustrated. And I'm like, that's your frustration? Don't pass that on to other people. Everything's going great. It's going great. With the bus to go, it's going great. But
There was
the
a-
vinyl stickers, good call.
But I think last year people were asking for bucks and stickers. Those are still very popular, and those will sell really. Those are
See, this is the cute little circle logo Chelsea came up with this year.
Hey, when did
Oh, but
tickets
this
go on
is
sale?
that's an interesting question. As soon
Okay.
as possible.
Okay.
So it's just saying I don't bitch. It should be Friday.
Okay,
But this is
good.
the actual poster. There's like a time warp. And all of these lips with bat wings are flying out. It's funny and cute, right?
Chelsea,
I know.
yes.
She had people dancing, but then I got her drunk at the Reno, convinced her
No,
we needed
s-
flying lips.
lips.
I was like, do you know what's iconic? Those flying toasters from Windows 94 or whatever. And then I was like, what if we just put wings on the lips?
Oh my god.
She's like, I'm so sick of the lips. And I'm like,
Well,
what if we just
what if
put
it's a signature thing?
and then I said it
Yes.
4 times, and she's like, "Well, maybe." And then we put angel wings on it, and I was like, "Can we find bat
Bat
wings?"
wings, bat
And
wings.
she was like, "What about this?" And I was like,
Yes, I love it.
"I may actually just do a bat wing as like a more expensive enamel one." So these are just gonna be the nice, like glossy, like simple stickers with that logo.
Clear,
But I was kind of wondering if we ordered like, they'd be about that, just the lips with bat wings.
Huh.
That could be, and you could sell them for a little bit more.
You could definitely sell them a little bit more
Are you
because they
ready to
cost a
merch?
lot
Yeah, I'm ready for merch.
Okay.
officially this year instead of just like being
Oh,
called in.
great.
Oh,
I really like PD's comment. We were like, hey, just, considering, because I was texting her and Jeff, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, let's make sure we take everything we can from years past, but now we have a whole nother dynamic because PD's the only person I've ever seen control Jeff on a stage.
I know.
So I was like, so let's just make sure, and it was more toward Jeff than anything else. So let's
Yeah.
just make sure this year we really consider it. PD was like, well, I'll definitely be a little different than I was last year because I'll be on stage instead of drunk of the audience. And I was like, I love you so much, PD.
Excited to hear that role. That's gonna be so fun.
God, just let her cut loose too.
I
And then
know.
revving
She's
up,
been needing
revving
it.
up Katina too.
Yeah.
She's ready and she auditioned awesomely.
Yeah.
But now she's kind of like stepped back into like just chill watching things happen. Katina, and I'm like, oh, bitch, you got to cry. But you got really
Yeah.
excited. I never watched the Batman series, like the Batman animated series.
For sure.
I watched some of it. It's surprisingly good.
oh yeah.
But she's very much like, I don't think I can be like sugar gum explosive creature, but
Uh-huh.
I do think I can hardly quit
Yeah.
So it's acting normal in crazy situations and freaking out about normal situations and just like all of a sudden just dropping down low for a while and then coming back and I'm like, okay. So just like every year there's changes and differentials, but and to have little baby Abigail as a Janet.
I know. I love
She
Abigail.
sang Chuck of Superheroes on the show. Last time my name was on the show. And she just sang the Janet part and literally I switched to Kara. We're not like cutsy species, we're like I hate you with love kind of
Sure.
people together. And like my hand just slided without even thinking, you heard it. And we just held the hands and I was like, okay, well that's a fucking because that never happens ever. Both of us are like entranced, and I was like, all right.
I'm
But now I'm like, you gotta ground yourself because you can't be quirkier than Columbia. You have to be a boring as biatch at least until Act 2.
give you some space to grow.
Yeah, ordering fancy, extra soft T-shirts that you tell me about it so I don't sell them.
Well, I mean, like, look at what she was wearing today.
You bought some ones that like really nice hat for specific things, and you
Oh,
tell me what.
No. You know what? All that was I used to get large tall before I got too fat during the pandemic. Now I just wear an extra large. It's way easier. I used to wear large talls because I was too slender, and an extra large you just sit like this. So I just forgot to pull mine out because they're like if we do that size, it has to be on a different shirt. So we're gonna send you a proof for free, and then you pay for one.
Gotcha.
And so they ended up being two of them in there. And I came back and I was like, hey, can I get those large stalls that nobody in Pure bought because they weren't even advertised? And they were like,
Well, about that.
that's how dark and frantic it is back here and how drunk these people are.
Just so just so
Not your fault. I'm not judging. Because frankly, now I wouldn't be able to fit. That. So it's actually great. All my large stalls just sit in the box. All those extra larges we have done. That's from the use test. I'm like, look at six.
extra. That should be nothing extra.
Oh, we have a ton from last year. We're gonna do a whole vintage shirt stuff. It's just like t-shirts out there.
She's wearing stays.
Yeah.
You're double shitted brown.
And what I really love is that it's clearly Zach
Oh, yeah.
except that when it wasn't at all. But it's just Zach. It's Zach Travis in every imaginable possible way.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, quick. I'd like you guys' opinion. I made a call. The original t-shirt mock-up was this,
Okay.
which I think is really cute, really fun. But I asked her to take this purple one.
Okay.
I think it really does make it this like. Remember that?
Imagine it without the circle.
Well, and then with the oh, because I just don't know. Oh, right. No, that's the one. Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Man,
Chelsea.
Great. Chelsea.
I know Dick.
This is the original short. Which I think
Okay. With the circle.
I don't know if it's circle and you'll toss it
Okay. Versus.
with the other one.
Okay.
And I think I like the second one
And we're like,
because this is like logo on shirt, like circle logo,
Yeah.
whereas this is like shirt decorated for rock. I would almost say switch the title and the tweet.
so
Love it more.
it looks too orderly right now. Like I would say without the circle, I'd still have curved rock.
Actually, I do. Yes, I think that's what.
The curve,
I know that
the curve without the outline.
I want the dates at the bottom.
Yeah.
I think the with the factor.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, but
take the circle off.
Take away the white circle.
That's actually what I asked for, but you get it to me straight, and I was like, I don't know how much more time I can wait to work. Not that I'm trying to be under the bus, but there may be a reason why things are taking.
I
I'm
just
sitting there just like, why is my finger up my butt like instead of me doing things? I do. Oh, I do.
yeah.
Oh no, it's not that stuff. This is like you're our official graphic designer, and you're getting multiple meetings about stuff.
Bye. Good night,
But
Tori.
instead of
Thank
being
you.
like, hey, I was hoping to get see those on Wednesday. If you remember, it's Tuesday night. Friday, get a response. Message back right away. Get the next response the next Thursday. And all of a sudden, we're in September instead of August. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, the show is in 3 weeks. But no. Oh, it is it. Drew me in. I am not
It's
throwing anybody under the bus.
It's all gonna work.
Well,
It's all gonna.
we just have to pay a lot more for rush shipping, which is fine. Okay, so stickers, pins, and do you think if we just did that cute little bat reflex as a more expensive pin, people get it? Because we could sell this one. It's only about $1 each. And then if you had a fancier one for $5, okay, I might order just like a couple hundred.
And I have no.
And that's 50 a show.
I do that.
Actually, we'll give a bunch of
250 by 2.5.
1 for 3, 2 for 5.
No, just for something.
Okay.
It's like different things.
You get the most complicated pricing on the planet. So 1 for 3 and 2 for 5. But if you get one of the fancy ones and the simple ones, it's $8 instead of the next. If it's a full moon, during Aquarius when Mercury is rising.